Let's talk about taste. Not taste in art or clothing or artsy clothing, but our sense of taste. See, if you're in the business of making wine, you work really hard to make the best tasting wine you can. But there's an ingredient many wineries don't really account for that can make your wine taste better or worse without ever touching what's in the bottle. We usually think of taste as something that happens in our tongue and nose. The problem is our perception of taste occurs in the brain, and that's more easily influenced than me scrolling Instagram at 2 a.m. In 2008, Stanford conducted a study where they stuck people in an MRI machine and fed them wine, which, now that I think about it, sounds like a pretty fun Thursday morning. The MRI reads brain activity, so researchers were able to see what parts of the participants' brains were active throughout the experiment. When the subjects drank cheap wine, the pleasure receptors of their brains remained dark. When they drank expensive wine, they lit up like a Christmas tree. It all kind of makes sense, except for the fact that they used the same wine for each test. I know, it's a real twist ending. But here's where this gets interesting. We've always known that people will say they like or don't like a wine based on expectations or peer pressure, but the whole point of the MRI was to see what people were actually experiencing. And there was a significant difference in pleasure between 2 glasses of the exact same wine just by altering the story. What this says to me is that selling wine is not just selling a liquid, you're selling an experience. And if we want our wine to taste the best it can, we have to invest in all stages of the game so that people have the right story in their mind when they take that first sip. And while the wrong story can turn an estate reserve into a bottle of mouthwash, the right story can unlock a deeper and more thoroughly enjoyable experience of a wine. Remember, when you drink your wine, you're already tasting the dreams and decisions and challenges you overcame in order to bring it to that glass. It's your job to make sure your customer does too. Thanks for watching, everyone. I think it's incredible that there's such a dynamic relationship between wine, our sensations, our feelings, and ultimately the decisions we make about what to buy. And that's what this series is all about, giving you a deeper understanding of the many ways our brains influence our buying decisions, so all the hard work in the cellar has a chance to truly sing. If you've ever gotten drunk in an MRI machine, or really any piece of science equipment, let us know in the comments. And stay tuned for more episodes of Tipsy. Next time we're going to be talking about anchoring bias and how it's killing online wine sales and what you can do about it. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a like or share it with a friend. In the meantime, cheers.
Thank you.